Monday Night Morgan indeed. She didn't say it this time, but the big takeaway from this episode of Raw was that Liv Morgan is back and all over the show. And the other takeaway is that Bron Breakker really is the guy. Welcome to Silo Voice Wrestling on YouTube and the Silo Voice Wrestling podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Jason C. McLean, and these are my assorted thoughts on the December 1st, 2025 WWE Raw. I'm recording this on December the 4th, Thursday. It's around 6:30 p.m. The reason it's taken me so long is I had to finish my editing of the Survivor Series War Games video. Those videos take a lot longer to edit, the full review videos with all this. This is just an assorted thoughts, but I definitely did remember what happened on Raw a few nights ago, and I definitely remembered the two big things I just mentioned. Big thing, yes, Liv Morgan most definitely is back. We got Dominic Mysterio introducing her as the rest of Judgment Day was behind him. They all welcomed her back. You thought for a second she was going to, maybe call some people out like Finn out, but no. She just said she's back and everything's good and the gold's going to come back. And then she slapped and jumped on and quasi made out with Dom Mysterio again. I guess that's their thing, to each his own. So they reestablished her in the Judgment Day Dominic storyline. Her storyline with Dominic. I mean, that was the Judgment Day overall, but also Dominic. They established her there. They also established who she's personally going to be going after and what championship she's going after. It's going to be the Women's World Championship, and she's going to be challenging Stephanie Vaquer. She just went up and talked to her. And honestly, now it makes sense why they did that whole Nikki Bella match and without that much build, and then they just sort of dropped it, which I think they've just sort of dropped it. That was just to get Stephanie out there, knowing that when they had that match scheduled, they probably knew that Liv Morgan was going to come back and go after the Women's World Championship, and I think that's going to be an amazing match. And I found out I'm going to Saturday night's main event in Montreal in January. Who knows? That match might be there. Yes, that's what Liv is doing. And I like how they also made it clear that while definitely involved with the women's tag team scenes, she's not trying to be a tag champion. She wants to help out Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez win the tag title. So there's no animosity. I thought that was just great at the end of the show when she after the whole schmoz that happened. I'm going to talk about that in a bit, but after she comes in and she just simply Roxanne hands her the tag title, which Liv Morgan never lost, and Liv hands it back to Roxanne, raises their arms, and does the big thing. She's going and she's a single star. They're the tag team in the women's tag team in Judgment Day. You got the men's tag team, and you got Dominic with the Intercontinental title. Like, I think you could theoretically see them all get their championships, and Liv Morgan is basically making herself the leader of the group, which might cause a problem with Finn. But right now, she's back, and she's back in 3 different storylines. She was all over the show. Welcome back, Liv. Okay, Liv asserting herself and asserting her new role came as part of the whole women's tag team title scene story, which started at the very beginning. We had Rio. I love the fact they're hyping they have a team name, Rio. Rhea and Io saying, they'd beaten the Kabuki Warriors before, so they want to go after the titles now, and that's a perfect storyline is already there. But of course, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, their former War Games tag team partners, team partners, faction part, whatever, they want their rematch. I mean, I know there's no guaranteed rematches, but it makes perfect sense, and they set up a logical match between the two of them at the end of the show. Now, this match was really good, and I was actually looking forward to see who ended up winning, but it's WWE, and there's clearly both of these teams are in contention, and they probably didn't want to have to pick between them at this point. So they did what I guess we could have all seen coming. The Schmoz DQ finish after the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, the champions, came in and basically got the double DQ. So there's the match was a no contest. I think it's just no contest, not double DQ. And they attacked. Then Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, who also won a shot at the tag titles, came in and with the save, attacked the Kabuki Warriors. We had Judgment Day come in. We already talked about that. So obviously what they're going to do is a fatal 4-way match. Well, is it 4? Let's see. No, 5-way? Okay, we have the tag champs. We have Charlotte and Alexa, Rio, what's their name? The Judgment Day, and Becky and Lyra. So a fatal 5-way for the tag team titles. I mean, I think they're going to do that. I'm okay with that. I think that's good as long as they get into a proper feud. I'd like to see Rio win the tag team titles at one point. Maybe they'll win it in the fatal 5-way match. I'm not really sure. I mean, I was still into the match. I kind of would have liked it that they kept it team versus team. But you know what? I'm okay with this. And it was a fun, hot ending to Raw. We also had a men's World Tag Team Championship match. Team AJ Lee, or AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, versus the New Day. Now, this was a good match. All these guys can work. It was exciting. It had its highs and its lows. And, of course, Team AJ Lee retained. But you know what? I didn't think there was, for a moment, there was a chance that the New Day were going to win the titles back at this point. Their push has sort of dropped off. I mean, they're good with like sort of crowd heel work and all that, but their actual reign as champions really wasn't that great because they're not really. I'm definitely interested in the women's tag team title scene. I'm not interested in either of the men's tag team scenes at this point. They're just not focused on enough. And I mean, the SmackDown one was going good for a while. The Raw one never really took off. Every once in a while we have a match and then the titles change, but like I don't know, they just have to have maybe more interesting stories, more stars, maybe focus on it a bit more to the point where when this match came up, I should have been really interested in it. It was a good match, but it didn't have my interest. So that's, I think, just better. They're booking the women's tag team scene better than both men's tag team scenes at this point, but still a good match. Then we had the Last Time Is Now tournament semifinals. The first match, Jey Uso versus LA Knight. Yeah. I honestly thought Jey Uso was going to win, and he almost won, but I was thinking, wouldn't it be kind of cool if like LA Knight would be really interesting if he actually won this match, especially at this point, you know, a victory over Jey Uso. And even if he's probably might not make it to fight Cena, it'd be really great. And it was a really good match. Really, like, these two guys work really well together. It was fun. I was into it. And LA Knight won by like a little quick win there when it looked like Jay was going to win, a little reversal. And that was definitely exciting. I was impressed with the finish. Then we had Jey Uso's crash out, destroying the Prime Station, but not like as a babyface normally would, but out of just anger and like rage. And then his bit with Jackie Redmond when he was leaving, and he didn't even want to say nice. Like, I don't know if they're turning him heel, but they're definitely giving other layers to Jey Uso's character. He seems to think like he's not worthy of being a single star, being main event Jey Uso anymore, and maybe he'll somehow get his groove back. Maybe the next part of the year is how Jey Uso gets his groove back, but I'm interested to see where they're going with this. I think it made perfect sense character-wise for that crash out, but we're hoping that good Jay comes back. He sells too much merch for them to make him a heel. I'm pretty sure at this point, with the yeeting and everything like that, they're going to keep him a babyface, but I think he's got to find his groove back. I'm definitely interested to see where they're going with this. In the other match, Gunther versus Solo Sikoa. I am surprised at how good this match actually was and how much I was really into it. I mean, yes, I knew logically that Solo probably wasn't the designated opponent because he's definitely a heel, but might have made Gunther a de facto babyface. But the crowd were cheering for both of them. And there was even some interference and cheating from Solo. And an eventual, I didn't even see it, but apparently there was a low blow from Gunther at the very end. But even though I was sure Solo wasn't going to win, I thought he was after a number of times. That's the brilliance of Gunther in this tournament, to actually make me think that he might lose, even though I know even though I'm still like almost relieved that my prediction and what I think is going to happen is going to happen. So yeah, the finals are on SmackDown, Gunther versus LA Knight. And a little prediction for that. I mean, I predict Gunther's going to win, but you know what? If it was LA Knight, the fact that it's in DC, even though that wasn't the original plan, having a guy from Baltimore who's from Los Angeles, but he's known locally, being in Cena's final match, that could be interesting. He's definitely new talent. He's not exactly young talent. I mean, he's one of the older people, but he's kind of recent on the main roster. So, and being really over as a babyface. So I can see Cena I don't think he's ever fought Cena. I can see him going after Cena. I still think Gunther is going to win. And this match just proves it. This tournament was made for Gunther. But excellent match here on Raw. And there was the Vision promo. I was assuming, I think we all were assuming that they were going to reveal or somehow they're going to reveal who the masked man was. They acknowledged that, but the main point of this promo was giving Bron Breakker a chance to lay an incredible, passionate, angry fight, believable promo, proving that he actually is the main eventer everyone keeps saying he is. And they have a match scheduled for the, season 2 premiere, the first Raw on Netflix of next year in Barclays Center in Brooklyn. CM Punk defending the championship against Bron Breakker. And I wouldn't be surprised if Breakker won. If only for CM Punk to go on, win the Elimination Chamber in Chicago, and after being in the Royal Rumble, not winning the Elimination Chamber, and then winning it back maybe from Breakker at WrestleMania, or maybe winning a different championship then. But I think that might be the trajectory, but I think Breakker is ready at this point to be a main eventer. I think Seth leaving was one of the things that maybe, or Seth getting injured maybe is one of the things that pushed that back. But yeah, also it's nice that Logan Paul is still in the Vision. And that was such a good, believable promo that Logan, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman gave him applause after he was leaving. So yeah, Bron Breakker is like the head of the group. I mean, Heyman might be the leader, but Breakker is definitely the one that they're positioning for the big championship. So this maybe was his coming out party. And these were my assorted thoughts on the December 1st, 2025 WWE Raw. You know what? This show was a good follow-up to Survivor Series War Games. And you know, they did it without CM Punk. They did it without Roman Reigns. They did it without Cody Rhodes, even though he's on SmackDown. He's been kind of showing up on Raw lately. So, and I mean, they had a lot of women's matches, were really good. Rhea Ripley. They did have star power, but this was really the women's show, Liv Morgan show, and well, I mean, Gunther's just always Gunther and Jey Uso and all that. But it was Bron Breakker's, I guess, coming out as a main eventer party. So I liked it. What did you think? Let me know in the comments. Follow at Silo Voice Wrestling on Facebook and Instagram, at Silo Wrestling on X, and me at Jason C. McLean on X and Instagram. Also, jasoncmclean.bsky.social on Bluesky. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications for all my wrestling hot takes, cold takes, simmering takes, wrestling opinion pieces, WWE Premium Live Event prediction and review videos, and assorted thoughts on Raw and SmackDown. Also, you can check out silovoicewrestling.com for written wrestling news. I'll be back with my assorted thoughts on SmackDown. Until then, for Silo Voice Studios in Montreal, I'm Jason C. McLean.